Alright, well, this is the current mess that I'm kind of stuck with now. This is just kind of a case that I got off of X-Oxide, which I actually haven't been able to find anymore, but huge turbine on the side there. See, when I first got this case, I actually only had 9800 GTXs, which they fit in there quite nice, but since, well, I upgraded to the 260, which was actually quite a while ago, but you can see I ended up with this huge mass of wires, and I don't know if you can really see this very well, but my hard drives I actually had to move up into the floppy disk spot here, so there would be room for the video cards down below here. So my goal was to try to remedy that situation a little bit. You know, I got this huge CPU cooler here too, which is a fairly popular one from what I've heard. This is a modular power supply, 850 watts. I actually went ahead and I got a new one. I got my IDE cable, which is just kind of involved in this mass of wires here. I really couldn't do that great of cable management with this one, but in all honesty, I really didn't care all that much because, you know, there's no clear side panel here. It's just a fan, so I just kind of pushed them all off to the side. So the cable management is an absolute disaster in this case. When I got the CPU cooler, I was going to flip this on its side, but it was kind of getting in the way of the 8-pin connector here, so I went ahead and I got rid of that. So I had to flip it this way, which kind of sucks because it blows the air upwards towards the power supply, so it's actually heating up my power supply too. So that's why I got the Tempest, and this is the mess that I currently have. And Tempest has a side panel and a lot better room for cable management, and hopefully better airflow too. So once I get this whole mess inside the Tempest, then I will come back to you. Alright, now I got this one completely disassembled, and I'm going to try to show you this, but there's absolutely no room back there for any kind of cable management at all. I mean, it's flush up against the motherboard tray. So, I mean, there's some room back in here, like back in here a little bit, but that's really the best you can do with cable management with this case. And, I mean, like I showed you before, when I had the video cards in here, they were pretty much flush up against this here, so, I mean, there was no space for me to mount any hard drives there at all. And yeah, and this power supply actually performed a lot better than I thought it would with the three-way SLI, but I had to start using these like little converter cords here because I was running out of PCI Express ports. These ones here are 8-pin instead of 6-pin, and the 260 uses two 6-pin adapters. So the new power supply that I bought is a BFG. The model number I'm not sure, but it's a 1200 watt, so it actually came equipped with 6 PCI Express 6-pin adapters. I know it's kind of shitty, you can't really see that well. I'm trying to fix it a little bit there. That's really about the best I could do, I guess. I was able to route most of the cords from the back. I still have that SATA cable there. I did get a round IDE cable for my CD drives because I still use IDE for that. Otherwise, everything seems to be going pretty well. It's still kind of a clusterfuck of cables down here, but overall, I'm actually pretty happy with the result. I mean, I was actually able to route majority of the cables back behind the motherboard tray. I don't know if you can really see that back there, but I got the kind of tap the fan there. I got the 8-pin that's routed back behind the motherboard tray because I actually got the NZXT Tempest Evo, I guess. So there's actually a spot back there for you to route that where there wasn't before on the regular Tempest Evo. So I saw some videos of people that actually had to drill a hole through that tray back there in order to route the 8-pin, so I was able to get that. There's actually a vent underneath here for the power supply also, so there's not necessarily a need to mount it the other way. So, I mean, everything seems to be going well. I got really good airflow. My CPU temp actually from my old case dropped quite a bit I mean, I don't know if that has anything to do with the cable management in here, but I mean, like I said, I still have kind of a clusterfuck of cables, but this is really my first attempt at actually doing some decent cable management. Otherwise, I've just kind of been, hey, let's plug this in here. I don't know, I have an acrylic build that I did over here. This one's just a media PC, but I actually used wire sleeving on there because you really can't hide the wires very well. So I got green wire sleeving to match the fans there. So that one actually turned out pretty good for the most part. So I mean, like I said, I knew the cables were going to be visible, so I figured I might as well try to make it semi-pleasant to look at. This case too actually is a lot quieter than I was expecting, but most of the noise you're hearing is probably from my video card. But the case itself was pretty easy to work with, actually. There's still plenty of room in between here and the video card, so I can still fit more hard drives in here, but I still mounted the hard drives down below on this lower hard drive cage. But there's still plenty of room with the 260 anyway. I'm not sure about any of the other video cards. Heard some people, if you wanted to get the, I think it was ATI 5780, I think it was. Don't quote me on that, but you had to remove one of these trays, but it still did fit. This is actually probably the most roomy mid-tower case you're going to get. I really can't imagine you being able to do a whole lot better than this, but I mean, overall, I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, I got excellent airflow from the front fans here. The actual appearance itself is pretty much identical to the regular Tempest. So, I mean, I don't have a fan controller in here, really, except for this, like, ghetto one outside here for my CPU, but that's pretty much at max speed because I don't really care about it that much. I plan on actually getting a fan controller for all of the case fans. This thing came with 6 case fans, so I'm definitely going to invest in some kind of fan controller, but I haven't figured out what I'm going to do. The biggest reason why I got this case actually is because I was wanting to do water cooling, and I know this because will fit a dual radiator on the top here, so that's actually one of the biggest reasons why I got this case. And there were some people that were saying that it was actually kind of hard to close, but I know this is like super hard to see, but I didn't have any problems closing the back case, even with all the cables and stuff routed back there. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, I guess, and you know, this is a nice, really nice case. I know for a while at least Newegg has a $20 mail-in rebate on this case, so pretty much as soon as I saw that, I'm like, okay, I need to get this right away. So anyway, thanks a lot, and I plan on doing some more with the lighting too. So yeah, I'm definitely going to fix that. Alright, so thanks for watching.